Yeah, hello, my good people. I love you. Kegus loves you. Anyway, there are a lot of unanswered questions. People ask me this, people ask me that. People like, is it for real? Kegus, you are in hospital. Let me, we've always come back to the same thing. You all knew what really happened when I took ill. It was just after Christmas 2005. I went in the hospital, whips cross, complaining of a chest problem. Before I knew it, I was being cannulated, selling everything. From there, things were already taking a nosedive. It was a precursor to a heart attack. I didn't know what was going on. Are we together? So the question is, you are a very active man. Do we see you all the time? And we are inspired by you. A lot of people follow me. A lot of people follow me far and wide. I love you all. So this is what they call a ricochet or a boomerang. People care about you as well. Say, again? Again? Congenital heart failure is a condition. It's genetic. I didn't know that. Following my admission, because I was referred immediately, because I remember I was in Whips Cross Hospital for 4 days under critical decision unit, or call it clinical decision unit, because they have to investigate. Then they refer me to St. Bart's Hospital Heart Unit, the one you see me all the time now going for the follow-up appointments. It's an ongoing process. But what you did not know, or I have not really shared well, is this. When I got to St. Bart's, these are the specialists. This is the top hospital in the whole of UK. In the whole of UK, this is a heart specialist unit. They deal with keyhole, they deal with so many things. I came close to having a major surgery. A major surgery, because my aorta on my heart, that explains the blood clots. It was coming close to rupturing. So if you're talking of heart attacks, how do they happen? It is an imbalance of blood pressure. I have a blood pressure condition for the last 10 years. You all know it. But there was blood coagulating around my heart. And that had another effect, water retention. So I think the body was playing the two side by side. So I had water retaining around the heart area. All these things, I haven't shared them yet. But it's the discussion that was going on when I was in hospital. Consultants were coming to me from various tests being done. Then we discussed, then they tell me this is what they are finding out. It was intensive. That is January. Now, this is where decisions are made about somebody's life. What do we do? How do we address this situation? Because my heart was pumping irregularly. I saw it on the scan. CD, 3-dimension. You see everything, they show you and everything. Okay, this is the situation. And a decision had to be made. Do we put a stent? Do we put, there are a lot of surgical decisions are made. I remember that night, they came to me. I'm in hospital now, under observation, 24/7 observation. There is a nurse just checking this, checking that, checking this, checking this, checking that, everything. It's an open unit. She sat there, she's on, everything is just constant, constant, constant. I'm in hospital, intensive care unit. They come to me now. Tomorrow morning, Mr. Patrick, we have you booked in for a routine surgery. I said, okay. Okay, you know, you're in the hands of the doctors because they have looked at your medical history. They've looked at the clinical notes. They've looked at the scans, the MRIs. They've looked at everything. So they've made their decision. So I said, okay. I've always heard of people being put to sleep, put under general anesthesia and, you know, chopped up, cut up, this, that, whatever. You know, it's if you haven't been in that situation, people, if you haven't been in that situation, because remember you sign everything, consent, everything. The doctors now have to make decisions. So I was prepped up early in the morning, no food, no this. But remember, I'm on cannulation, everything is set up, you know, blood, water, blah, 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 you know, that, all that. You've seen me hooked up. So around 10 p.m., they wheeled me over to the surgery area, another section. That's where I saw machines I have never seen before. You like, if you have an imagination of a space age thing, gizmos. So at about lunchtime, the whole team, surgical team, plus medical students and I think interns and, you know, it's a very big team. But they were under the supervision of one top surgeon. She was a lady. So they moved me into the theater. So tell me to, I'm on the gunny, by the way. I'm on the bed. They've moved me off the bed because they wheeled the whole bed I was on because it's all hooked up. So when they wheeled me into the theater, they put me on the gunny trolley. Mumanyi gunny trolley kwe basindikira abantu. And then they would place me on top. And then they began disconnecting, connecting, this, everything on me. So, of course, they would prep you mentally that you're going to be put to sleep, you know, whatever. Now, they were looking for the vitals to give them the green light. Do you know what I mean? The vitals, you know, your body function, vitals. Everything is on the screen. Bleeping, they are bringing trays of equipment, they are bringing this, everything's just set up. Covered up and all that, you know, they are cleaning you, they are doing this, they are doing that, you know, everything is good to go. And then the anesthetist comes in, you know, this, they talk to you, but of course they go through the protocols and the procedures. Now, as all that is going on, the vitals begin to show readings that I'm stabilizing. But prior to that, I had been put on so many types of medication. They were trying this to ease the blood pressure, clotting, on the aorta. Ruptured aorta. I don't know what happened, but there was intense blood clotting around my heart. So everything begins to normalize, to stabilize. And I began to hear the discussion in the background about this, discontinue this, stop that. Now, I think I was drifting away slowly. They have already prepped me, before the final, put to sleep process is done. And that's when the decision is made that this surgery, although imminent, is aborted. It's been cancelled. They cancelled it in between. That has never happened, people. And they had to refer it to each other, And I'm talking about 10, 15 people in the theater. So they say, we have to take him back to the intensive. So everything has to be, they remove everything. But of course I'm drifting in and out. Of sleep or consciousness. So as I come around, but still dizzy, they say the surgery that is supposed to be done has been put off. I said, okay. But they had already even marked me. Everything has been marked up, everything, trays and everything, surgical equipment, everything. So they take me back to observation unit, intensive care, 24-hour. I had never seen those kind of machines before. I've always been in hospitals. State of art. The only thing that was around me was that reverberating noise. Constant. I'm hooked up everywhere. 24 hours, I couldn't move. I was on the bed. Everything. The only thing they didn't put was a cannula. A catheter bag. But if I wanted to use that number 2, everything was there. I couldn't move. Here. To the heart. So, the question is, now, was it a near miss? No. The doctors make all these decisions every day. It's like they make a decision to do a cesarean or a normal. These are decisions made, clinical decisions. But at the end of the day, the outcome is always their best interest for you as a patient. And behind all that, I was making sure I take the pictures, the pictures you're seeing now. So after the 24 hours, I was coming round. If you go back in my pictures, you will see in the middle of the night, there is a big machine in front of me. That is like a life support machine. If you've heard of people in intensive care or critical care, they plug you up. And I was on oxygen. Pure oxygen is being pumped into you to help you breathe. I'm sharing this story, and I think there are other things I will also share with you. And as a point of interest, if you want to know, if you want to ask, it was a close shave, a near miss, and things could have taken a nosedive. My mom, let's go back, had a heart attack, and that would lead to her passing away. But that heart attack happened unbeknown to her. And it really did damage to her health. And She was young. She was 40 something, 41, 42. Yeah, she was 40. Yeah. So when they did the genetics, they did all these tests. They told me, this is family. It's family. In fact, you've passed a litmus test. It is family. It is family. Yeah. So even I went to Bagamba. But yesterday I was at a party, a graduation party somewhere in West London. And I met their people who know me on Facebook. Yeah, hey, really? Now, this is the story. On the 25th of July, I am attending by invitation the Afrigo Band show. Afrigo Band is one of the legendary music band. You call it a band, you know. I grew up on Afrigo. And I have a very good story of Afrigo Band, which I've shared with you in 1999, when they played at the Independence Day celebrations. I was there, and I enjoyed that night. It's very memorable. I still talk about it. I'll be meeting and greeting all the diasporians. Yes. Kegus Nagaga Webulaya. Kegus is my nickname. Everybody knows that name. Formerly a billionaire, the youngest billionaire in Uganda at the time. Now here, settled in the UK. I'm there. I would love to meet people. And then we talk. Kaona wo. So, behavior. I celebrated my birthday this year with you for the first time. My birthday was on social media. Almost 6,000 messages I received. It's never been 6,000 messages from well-wishers, people who love me. I even don't know many of those people, but they know me. So that is it. I'm 54 years old. Nagago muto. Yeah, that's it, man. Are we good? And we continue to share our My Diaspora series here. Diaspora storylines, diaspora series. You've been following what we share here, where we talk about why I came to the UK, when I came, what was going on in my life at the time, you know, how I became an international student, overseas student, fully paid, sponsored, myself, many things. Anyway, I will make an effort to answer more questions, because these are personal. Personal. Are we good? Same old. Sichuse banange, sichawa bantu, n'emikwano mingi. Yaga omusajja oyo epanka. Omusajja oyo atamumanyi, nze mumanyi. Even those who don't know me. To social media. Alina emboozi nyingi. Alina emboozi y'Omutanzania. Omutanzania yanjagala. 1997. Nga mulaba Bettina bwe yanjagala. Those have been loves of my life. The Kenyan beauty, sweet. I was a student at the university. Maharishi International University. The Tanzanian beauty, you know about that. Bettina, you know about that. The general's daughter. So that's it. But of course, these are my personal stories. about my life. Yep. So we shall continue part 2 probably. But those coming for Afrigo, please, I'll be meeting you there. I'll be meeting you at Newham Leisure Center. That's what I mean. Mundabeko, mbawe story yange. Ati tunyumize dwaliro tuwatia, need to get scared of the machines and all that. You don't have to. You just have to be strong. Anyway, I got you people. Mbagala nyo.